bigger. I think I have it set that people can just walk in if they want to, so, but if you happen to see that there's a waiting room sign, let me know, but people, if they show up, should be able to just enter.
Just come in. All righty.
Yeah.
Calling to order 6:37. Let's see.
You want to sign in? Does it matter?
My paycheck.
Oh.
Well, if
This
you
is-
pay the town to pay.
Here's your check warrant. All righty. So, who was here? Crystal, Glenn, Bree from the library board, Kimberly from the library, and Peter from construction land. So who was here? Sean said he may be late, so we'll see. He may. All right. Any changes, additions? Yeah, to the agenda. There's agendas here somewhere. Yeah. Right there under the cookies, I think.
Oh, yeah. I felt like I thought of something, but I don't.
I don't remember.
Well, a passing note is that the April meeting is the 4th. Wednesday, and it should say that it's the 5th Wednesday on. But it's graduating.
Oh, exciting.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. Next, public comment.
No public.
No public. Approval of the minutes from January 28th from AI. I thought you did a good job
Of making them.
making the
Yeah.
minute.
Did we do that for this meeting?
Yes, it should have automatically started recording because what we need to do though is to make sure when we actually, because it's a synopsis, we want to make sure when we pass motions that we actually like somebody is capturing the motion and the first and seconds, just because the
that skips over them.
it might skip over it. Because it's, it's a little random in what it picks up, but it picks up enough that it's all there, and I just needed to like clump some things together. Like we must have been a little circular in some of the things we talked about, so the same topic should have been 3
I did
places.
see that.
Never.
It's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
No one will notice.
Glenn, did you raise your hand to jot down motions? Is that what you were?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Perfect.
How kind.
All right. All in favor of? No, we need a motion. I make a motion to approve the minutes of January 28th.
Second.
3 seconds. All in favor? Yay. Okay. Policy, nothing. Treasurer's report.
Treasurer's report. You signed my warrant. There it is for January. I have nothing alarming to report in this one. We're not spending very much of our AARP grant. We need to spend more money.
Yes, we do, and we do have some more that we have set, like we have some of it earmarked.
Oh, I want to come to Gabby's thing. Can you sign me up?
Yes, I can. Let me just take care of that. Gabby's thing.
Gabby's thing.
Yeah.
I want to be in it. That's fun.
What's
I'm one of those
She does those mandalas.
Oh,
painting
yes.
the mandalas
And
down. It's
we
very
just-
therapeutic.
Very cool.
But yeah, we're about 50% of our budget. We put the town allotment where it goes. So that staff salaries are at 50% where they should be. We should be getting Q3 next month. Right?
The next month.
April.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's what I meant. Next month.
Yeah.
Other than that, use up some money.
Yeah,
Get the spending.
we're trying.
Oh, and you're a little low on books.
Yes, we're also low on books.
Yeah, you've got 60% of your book budget left.
Well, so we have some buying to do. Part of our stalling out is, well, one is knowing that we'll have to carry whatever we buy, but it's also Baker and Taylor, who we always got our books from, went out of the book business. They still sell furniture and supplies, which they tell me weekly that I could still order from them, but so we've had to get going with a new jobber, and we're sort of still sorting that out. But we've placed our first order with them, and we'll, if that doesn't work, we were patching it together with Amazon and thrift books, like used books, and that was working, but we'd rather work with the jobber, so we'll see.
All right.
But that's my excuse for being behind.
No worries. That's my report.
All right. I move we accept the treasurer's report as submitted. Second.
I'll second.
Glenn, second. All in favor? All in favor. Alrighty. I lost my place. Library's report.
All right, I just wrote the Bree wanting to go to the thing in 2 places.
Really good chance it will happen.
It's a really good chance that I will
I
be
put it
signed
on
up for that.
Friday.
When is that again? April something?
Yeah.
Oh, you'll tell me. It was a
Um,
Sunday.
Did I had a report?
I have one. It's
I
right here.
have, oh yeah, there are 10 of them here. I printed them out too many.
It's not organized today.
Oh, can you hand me one? I don't want it with my-
Oh, there it is. Sunday, April 12th. It's right here.
There we go. Thank you so much.
Doesn't say what time though.
10 to 12 in the morning, we're gonna have yummy foods and coffee and tea
Did I
and,
bring mimosas?
well,
Not here.
not.
Oh, it's here?
It's here.
Oh, okay.
But we do have to talk about that for the new building, because if we have an absolute no alcohol policy, we're gonna have problems renting the
Right.
lower.
Do we
level.
have a no?
I mean,
alcohol
here,
policy?
here we do.
Here we do,
But-
but we'll revisit. If you brought it in a sippy cup. So I gave you a overview of the world, and it's still showing that through the door, our activity is down. But if you look like at programs over here, I stuck them over there on the right, like 10 programs instead of 4, like this whole AARP thing has got us pretty active with, and look at this number of people coming, where it's more than twice of last year. And so a lot is happening. It's a little overwhelming, but for the community, they seem to be responding happily to it, which is great. Our basement is starting to slowly fill up, and it's a little bit of a mess. And I wanted to check in with the board because Linda, our new volunteer who lives in Pollitt, who jumped ship when Pollitt's library got a little rocky. That was good, like ship rocky.
Ah.
The
I didn't say anything.
We got this build up, so we're waiting.
Make it good.
She and some of her friends were the sorters for the Pollock book sale, and they don't want to do that anymore, but they miss sorting books. So if you're all okay with
Scoop them up.
God bless them.
Outlanders coming to,
Scoop them.
okay.
Yes.
I love it.
They're gonna do roadside signs.
Oh, wouldn't that be fun? I love those. I always wanted to do those. And we're down in other. Haley reminded me the annual report is due on Monday, and so we split it now. She does all the stats, which is fabulous because she keeps track of them. But I have to do the finances, and we're gonna have to report on our capital revenue, which is all of the building project of what happened in last fiscal year. So that suddenly was a little daunting. And then Haley's report is that she is doing like 3 credits away from her 150, and they gave her credit for building the website, which is really great. Maybe I told you that already.
It was in there, but
Um,
I remembered that. I was like, oh, good for her.
Great.
And the
Very
other, the school is reaching out to us more, which is really nice. We're gonna have our Cliff event up there, which is a storyteller and a book giveaway. And then they want to bring each class down for a field trip, which sometimes Kim Carr used to do, but we haven't done it in a long time. So, so that is a nice. And then the only rotten thing is that, and I wasn't here today, but at least yesterday, like you can hear that the furnace runs, but it doesn't blow. So leaving the temperature up allows the building to stay warm, but I don't know whether a volunteer messed with the new, like something, or somehow it's not told to blow, or whether it's in the furnace, or whether it's worth calling somebody, but I don't want to spend any money until I talk to those of you who also sometimes think about your own furnaces. But other than that, we're doing amazing. We're doing good.
I put
Yeah,
the
so-
furnace on the list.
it's down farther,
and facilities.
then I won't talk about it. I won't expect you to talk about it now. Yeah, I think, and everything else that's on here will come up, I'm sure, on the agenda. But
Do you have a new thermostat?
we do, and I wondered if we monkeyed with it wrong, like whether
Sometimes there's a fan setting on it. This is automatic.
it's on auto,
Yeah, the fan should work. but-
right?
Yeah, because it's not like the furnace is computerized. Like, there's not a separate thing for it. Thing.
So
Think about it.
I may look at it before I leave today.
Yeah.
I don't know. I won't promise anything.
Just be like, look,
I will.
Free to look,
that's,
I'll
not
take it.
committing
Take
to
it.
I'm
anything.
not committing to any solutions.
yep. But I do have the, this speed dial, so, and he's pretty responsive.
Richard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's good when I talk to him.
All right, is that it for your report then?
I'll be quiet now.
Okay, no, it's fine. You don't have to be quiet.
Well, I'm sure I'll talk again.
Friends update. We all went to their last meeting. Which, was good. They have they don't have, they have a paint and sip, I guess, coming up. They are looking to, get that figured out.
Yep.
Um,
They're selling their band book bags again.
they're selling their band book back.
And we've sold at least 2.
We, they upped their donation, which was on Kimberly's report. They are on board with helping us with every board member writes to some folks as part of our phase 1 of our Bridge to Tomorrow campaign. So they were gonna be thinking about that. And we told them that before their next meeting, we would, we either we didn't invite them or they just didn't come to the last, little tour. I don't think we invited them. So we said before their next meeting, we would take them over there. So they could see what's up.
They also reported that the anonymous donors pledge arrived.
Yes.
Nice.
And I think I've told you this already, but now it's official. The $2,000 showed up there. That came because the Vermont Insurance Mutual Group charitable giving gave us $2,000.
Mhm.
Yay them. That's cool.
Yeah. So their next meeting is the 19th. I feel like that's Thursday. All right, and all are welcome at any time to that meeting if you want. Kimberly and I usually go, except when I can't, or she can't. But we go to that. What's next? Oh, on to construction. Peter, what say you about construction?
So first thing that happened this week, we had a scheduled visit. Missed you for the health inspector for the kitchen.
Oh, shoot, Monday. Oh,
No, we changed it to Tuesday.
I changed it to Tuesday.
even.
So anyway,
Sorry. Sorry.
he was
So sorry.
he was happy with what was going on there, and he sent a confirming email of the conversations that we had related to the kitchen, and I guess the highlight point, at least from my perspective, is that you could we don't have to have any kind of licensing. At the present time, we can have basically any type of group in there that we want to, as long as, and if there's money that changes hands with people coming in, the money has to go to the library. You can't have a group and it goes for profit to somebody else.
Oh, I didn't hear that exactly. That's
Yeah.
good that you're saying that again.
Well, yeah, but that's part of what he was talking about when he talked about renting the.
Like for private,
For
private.
Right, for private profit,
People
coming in,
like private
cooking.
profit,
I
yeah.
didn't take that leap, so it's good to
So-
saying it out loud.
So anyway, I think that, that part of it was good. There is a permit on the building from 2017. When the application was submitted and it's an approved permit that's on file at the town office for the property, so and that permit says that you can use 500 gallons of water a day and allows for 500 gallons of effluent to go into the septic system. And if the present septic system fails, then you gotta go over to the reserve area. It doesn't mandate that we gotta go to the reserve area right now.
Only if
Right,
it only if
that's
it fails.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was happy that we did a lot of the work. I mean, we basically, things that we spent extra money on, the mop sink, the grease trap, the underground, the new underslab piping and the drinking fountain. That checked all his boxes as he kind of went through his list of what we needed to have.
Mhm.
So, and he did, the only thing he asked to have done was have a water test done on the well before
Mhm.
people came in. So, I mean, I, I, I went over the Fabian cracked the present cap on the well
Mhm.
when during the excavation. I think that the track hit it or something like that. Didn't damage the casing. But, I think I'm gonna go see Jerry Parker if it's all right and see if I can get him to make a donation to
Oh, yeah.
replace the cap. I mean, shouldn't be a lot
It's
of
just
money.
that part, yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, we'll have to have the water tested at some point for coliform. And you have in order to pass, you have to have zero coliform, which sometimes is hard to get by chlorination.
Mm,
The other way to get it is through using ultraviolet. If we use ultraviolet, we gotta go talk with the wastewater people, which hopefully we can get it to pass, because I don't want to get into that conversation.
yeah.
Because I think that then they might, well, you're gonna come take a look and, so. Anyway, it's good. He doesn't want to come back. The only request that he made is if you do go ahead and rent it out for commercial or for profit by another entity, you gotta come, they gotta come and see him, and then he's gonna come out and inspect, because it's a different level of usage.
But it did mean like if somebody wants to have a pickle business and they want to rent our kitchen. And if they can get it
Yeah.
through the health inspector, then we could actually make that, like, that could be a way that we
Right.
increase profit.
And it's not really, right, and it's not really a burdensome thing. He just has to show up and do an inspection
Right.
while the
Right.
people are doing their work.
It's more about that.
Right.
It's
More
there.
about the
Right,
safety of.
It's
yeah,
the-
no, he said what we
It's the
were putting
focus on
together
that.
was, was,
But apparently that's it's like a kind of a business or a vein of that people have these businesses where they can't afford a commercial kitchen, so they rent commercial kitchen space to make their salsa or their whatever.
The other part of it too, and I mentioned this to Kimberly, is that, you need to check with your insurance carrier.
Right.
Because
Yeah,
They-
that might be.
that might be a problem, or the
Yeah.
person that's coming in might have to have
Oh,
proof of
yeah.
They
insurance
definitely
or
would be.
provide.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like renters
Right,
insurance.
it's a good point to make sure we cover that base, but we hadn't thought about that as a potential avenue for making money, which.
Right.
Was good to have more things on that side of the balance sheet, so to speak.
and the other thing you said, like in terms of us having a large event where we invite the public in to raise money, we can do it once a month, but we can't, if we do it more often than that,
Yeah,
is
it's
another thing.
it's 12 per year.
Right, it'd be like a
So it's-
trigger.
So I mean, if you
could have 3 in a row.
Huh?
You could have 3 in a row and then take a break.
Yeah.
Right, or yeah, if there was a lot of other entities that wanted to do similar things, we would have to. But anyway, I don't think we're gonna be there, right, that's a bridge we can cross, I don't think we're gonna, day one, be having monthly fundraising meals. Probably.
Probably,
Probably.
which is super budget.
Okay.
So anyway, in the construction end of it, they're pretty well wrapped up inside as to what they're gonna do before the break. They still gotta do a mock-up of the cabinets and the trim and that stuff. So you can see that once it's up, and that's supposed to take place next week. Outside, the goal is to finish the collaborating, and that'll probably be a couple of days next week. and supposedly, and I'm not real, this is sort of a moving target. It's always been a moving target, but the concrete crew is supposed to come in and do footings and walls.
Next week
Yeah.
During the break. Or
No,
next,
next,
as part of their,
next week.
and then backfilling will happen then.
No, they'll just put blankets over it or throw hay around it, and it won't get backfilled till spring.
Okay.
And the other thing that they want us to do is during shutdown, they'd like us to, and we'll have to talk about the schedule on this, just kind of monitor the heat in there once a day to make sure that it stays on and it's a temperature and I don't think we have to worry about the propane supply because they seem to come once a week and fill the tanks there, but they won't have anybody back on site until excuse me, April 6th, unless for some reason the weather improves and it gets warm. The big thing that they're waiting for is to have it warm enough so they can caulk and do stuff outside, you know, on the painting end of things. So so that gets us down to money and what you want to do.
The other thing
From
I
this
heard
point.
today, though, apropos the weather, is like if it stays cold, then they may not be back by
Yeah,
April 6th. It
But
might
it,
be
yeah,
later, but
it's what the April 6th is weather dependent.
right.
oh,
But once they're back, they're estimating 8 weeks.
8 weeks after the return.
Yeah,
Really? Cool.
Yeah. So it's still looking good for our idea of move over the summer and open, big opening in the fall.
so,
They plan to still wrap up by next Friday, and that's depending on concrete.
well, it's probably dependent on concrete, I mean, because it's a different crew, because as soon as they finish doing the siding, those guys are gone.
So there may be like not much going on until the concrete can happen. Gotcha.
But the other part too is I think Eric can go in and do some stuff while they're not there. I
Regardless
think
of-
part of it has been waiting for the meter can, which apparently he just got
Oh,
to
gotcha.
the outside, and once that's set, then he can do some stuff to get all of that interconnected
Gotcha.
and get set up so Green Mountain Power can come.
Can do that.
And the goal, while it's shut down, is to get the temporary power removed and
Okay.
get converted over to permanent power.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And they're in probably by the end of this week, they got a little bit more plywood to put up in the mechanical room downstairs and paint the ceiling and do a little bit of painting and stuff in there, but then that should be ready for other people to come in and
Okay.
do things. So money wise, we're at a point, we just had our bill and that's 300 and for this month is $352,000. And that includes all the retainage that they've accumulated to this point. So when they do this bill, they're no longer gonna be on any retainage.
Could you
So what
explain
does
that?
that mean
better?
again? Remind me.
So in the previous bills, they kept out 10%.
Right.
Of whatever they build, and that goes kind of off to the side, so they don't bill that, but when you get to 50% of the completion on the project, then the retainage gets reduced to either 5% or to nothing. Well, they dropped it down to nothing. And that's, I mean, it's a normal practice.
Right.
And so they billed for that, which was, what did I tell you?
75,000.
Yeah, $75,000.
So that's why the bill is bigger by
That's why
$75,000.
it's bigger. Yeah, so, I mean, one way or another, you're gonna pay it.
Right.
And actually, in
Right.
terms of grant submittals, it's better to, because now I have to go back and figure out how to, who to ask for that 75.
Oh, jeez.
So the other part of the bill is that, the contract amounts is around $5,600 over the original contract. And that's with with most of the change orders and also credit change orders taken into account. There's no longer, there's like $156 of contingency. So anything that is extra at this point, and there's around, well, we got it listed in the, but Kimberly handout, but there's another change order coming, change order number 4, and I think that was around $6,000. It's not in this current
In there.
build, so it's over and above.
Yeah.
So the contract with that will be $12,000
Over.
over.
Mhm.
But I guess the good news is that, if you add up all they had overages in some of the things that they did, and the biggest one was in demolition, because there was.
Yeah.
I mean,
The concrete stuff, like,
well, concrete wasn't bad.
oh,
but
wasn't, oh.
no, but the demolition was the biggest chunk of the overages, and, I mean, if you take the thing, and there's also change orders that are not change orders themselves, but they're buried in different divisions in the contract. So there's about $100,000 worth of stuff that they did over and above what they originally signed up for contract wise.
And their contingency was just like
It
75.
was, yeah, it was around 75,000,
Yeah.
so,
So it's going well.
yeah.
Right.
I mean, and a lot of the stuff is, I don't know, it wouldn't have been stuff that they could have bid on, because a lot, I mean, you know, when they got upstairs and saw the way stuff was framed and stuff was cut up and everything,
Right.
there was, and this isn't street talk, I mean, there was a lot of structural issues that had to be
Yeah.
addressed, and probably a third to 40% of all those change orders to take care of that, and the other part was basically, you know, deferred maintenance, and also stuff that we did, which I talked about with the kitchen inspection.
Mhm.
So I think they've done well.
Yeah.
And this also isn't for publication, but I
So
think
you're
Well,
you're
we're on
being
recorded,
recorded,
I know.
so.
I know, it's easy to forget.
yeah.
Like,
Well, I guess it's all right.
yeah, okay.
Um, I think that the superintendent's kind of be in and out. He's not gonna be there full time. And I think they cut a couple of really good trim guys that are gonna come in, and they're gonna set all the bookcases and stuff and get everything ready for the flooring people to come in. And the reason being, there's actually 2 reasons. Number one, I think they want to buy another job, which is the primary
They have
reason.
something else
But
coming up.
the other thing that it does is it eliminates his
It's-
charges against the job,
Mm,
and it's an effort to help us money wise.
Which is
Which is good.
Good.
We'll miss him. He's very fun. I mean, humorous,
So-
not funny.
And one other thing, halfway related to construction, but I'm probably not gonna be around the last week of, or the week before Easter, and probably the week after, so somebody will need to touch in, just, you know, to check on what's going on, and especially if John isn't there, and then if you see problems or whatever, you just get in touch with Leo.
Mhm.
Okay,
And I'm going to warmer weather,
are you going
Smart.
for
huh?
Smart. Hopefully it will stop snowing, but maybe if it doesn't, you can bring back warm weather and make it faster.
So then that gets us to the next line is the kitchen and the heating, pavement, generator. So there's some big items there, and so I guess right now the kitchen's on hold. So we need to decide, whether you want to cut the cabinets loose at this point. It's a big chunk of money, and the only thing I'm gonna say is I just want to make sure you got the money to pay it, and you got the money to pay Naylor and Green, then you can take it from there.
All right, so I spent the afternoon putting everything I could think of that we would ever want to spend money on. Like we have talked about, like the fact that we need furniture, or signs, or generators, and I put it all on one piece of paper. And it tells me I haven't, so I got it all in there. We're gonna have to look at it together to make sure we understand what it says, or what it tells us. And you have one? The very top, the big picture is the synopsis. And basically, in our hot hands, or money that is immediately promised to us, is the first number. Every single expense I could think of, which included things that I did pull the generator out, but propane and the asphalt and all of the things that we've had on hold, we come up with the second number. And there is the gap and the question, and then we've also talked about wanting in our fundraising to come up with money that would subsidize operations for 3 or more years, and that's where the 900 or 98 comes from. Those numbers are right in line with what we've been saying the campaign and the additional grant writing needed to raise. So I was glad to see that those weren't wildly, I mean, it would have been lovely if it all zeroed out, but in that it didn't. They're very close to what we've been projecting all along. If you in the income, so the next section is income, and I show you a list of either everything that we have, which includes like the grants where some of it they've given us and some of it's still coming. Expected income is money that the friends are holding earmarked for us, and a pledge that I know about is the 2,500. So there, but I put nothing in the potential income column because I can't tell you what that will be. I'm working on 3 grants right now, and the campaign's about to get going. So that potential income column will have something that will offset. When you look at the expenses, there's the things that we've paid, which I see that I included the retainage on the paid side, but that it's also true that the February bill isn't paid, even though I haven't paid it. So that first column is everything that's come out of the checkbook. The second column are things that if we stopped right this second and didn't take another step, we would still owe the money in the second column, like the rest of Naylor and Breen and
So that's the 590.
what's that?
That's the 590,000.
500, yes. So those two together is sort of how committed we are to date. Everything that's in the third column, which is the last part of the list, are the things that we haven't committed to. We want to do, but we haven't committed to yet. So like kitchen cabinets, the book drop for out front, we never talk about landscaping, but we want to do something out back. So there's an allowance in there for it. There's certainly things in there that we could just, they don't have to happen now. And if you add column 1 and column 2, you are well under the 2 million we have at hand. So yes, we can pay Naylor and Breen. And these are the things we've already committed to. But we need to decide or talk through whether, knowing that this bottom list, we can wait on some of these things. We could, they're definitely some of the things that will be the most fundraisable for, like we think the kitchen's pretty sexy, and Carillon, and I don't know what else. So we think that, and there's some wild guesses in there, like it'd be great if furnishings wasn't that much, but I didn't want to short us. Same with we don't have a good EV equipment quote anymore, so that one's pretty rough.
These two columns total together was.
No,
Well, which,
I was gonna do that.
I'm doing
that's the
it
one thing
now.
I didn't do. All three are total to the left, but not two.
Go to the left.
So
Yeah.
Okay, I missed that.
1966. 411.98 cents.
Right.
So you have just under $400,000. If you have 2 million,
No,
no,
no, left.
Yeah, 2,000,000
Oh.
2,063,000.
63, 132, 51, right?
Yeah,
Right.
32. 51 minus this number. $96,720.
That's good. Say it again.
96,720.53.
Sorry,
You got it?
good enough. So. The kitchen cabinets are 41. And the propane is 36, and so they would fit inside that if. And that's assuming we raised absolutely $0 from now, like.
Hmm.
And the minute we start raising more money, we can buy the rest of the column.
I think there's also money, I feel like in our our charging conversations, there were state grants for municipalities to buy.
Yeah.
Charging stations.
Right. Yeah.
So there, I don't know if it wasn't enough to do the whole thing, I don't think, but it was
Right.
something.
Right.
So,
Right, so we can look at that, and like one of the grants that I am working on, the best thing to go for might actually be the generator, the emergency generator.
right,
Um. And same with the AV, I think that
Is
we
it,
could get
there's
grants.
$45,000 of AV equipment?
There probably isn't, I couldn't take so we have a larger estimate from that when we had a much more complicated system, and we've taken half the system out, but there was no way for me to judge
which is.
which things, like, I'm sure that some of the things I put in were the things that make the two systems talk to each other. But I could only, so I'm
Yeah.
sure that's an overblown number,
Yeah,
but I didn't have a way to make it smaller today.
yeah, we trim that down a lot. It's basically the big TV and speakers,
Right, but
And
they
like-
have like,
but there's a communication system in the tower that makes it all.
right, the top, like, and like the microphones and things, but I couldn't tell, I mean, we had
Yeah,
a
it's
second
impossible.
TV.
Yeah,
And we had things like, I don't know which. Yeah, anyway, I didn't know, so we should have had them, and we will have them redo an estimate for us, because we've talked to them about how to make the system
Yeah.
simpler. But we don't have anything on paper explaining
Right.
which part of the original.
we just said, we're not gonna buy the equipment right now, so they said, okay, we'll wait. And it doesn't, at the time, it didn't make sense for them to do up another estimate because technology
Yeah,
prices
so
changed and
yeah.
the tariffs were coming, or now they're not coming, so it's like, we could do it, but in 2 weeks, it would be different, so.
Right.
So we can
So-
have them do it when we're ready to apply for something, and we need a harder number.
Right.
But I think it would probably be much less than that.
I'm
it's
very
safe.
hopeful that it will be
It's-
less than that, but I
Yeah.
just didn't. I only took out the things that I could recognize as
Yeah.
not being done.
So what I could see you doing now that we know that we've got the $96,000, is the cabinets are 12 weeks out from whenever you say
Mhm.
go. And you only got it, and you have to come up with 50% of the cabinet, so that's basically $21,000
Mhm.
for the deposit. And then, when they're delivered, then you're responsible for the rest of it, plus there's probably gonna be some delivery charges on top of that. Naylor and Breen's got $5,000 in their bubble. This-
You got you saying,
we're gonna
"Oh,
make-
now."
Make you say
I
the
just,
bubble.
I just wanted to have you be able to really identify that. No, with no explanation.
You got it.
So in the conversation that Leo and I had afterward, he was urging getting the cabinets.
Yeah,
If we had the money.
Yeah.
And for two reasons. If we cut them loose now, well, they'll probably still be here by
In time.
at the very end to install them.
Mhm.
If they leave and we don't get the cabinets
The whole
for
thing.
3 weeks after that, you may have a hard time getting them to come back
Yeah,
and installing them.
yeah.
So I mean, from looking at the numbers, I guess I wouldn't have any reservations in committing to the cabinets. The next thing that I would do would be the asphalt paving. It's $22,000, but number one, it's gonna neaten up the whole project. I mean, if you don't do the paving, you're gonna have grass and you're gonna have gravel, and the gravel is gonna get tracked into the building, and it's gonna wear and tear on the building. And if you do it if you do it down the line, it's gonna cost you more money. But that's
Okay,
that's that's what I'm saying, and Leo is also in agreement with that. He said I'd like to have you have a complete looking package
Hmm.
outside, and he's also, in agreement with the wear and tear part. The real biggie is propane heat. Right now in the bubble, we we can have heat and air conditioning in there with no additional charges.
As it's.
And yeah,
we can't afford the electricity that it'll
Well-
take to.
well-
With,
I think we have time to decide whether we're gonna do that or not. I mean, but I'm gonna talk to Jeff and I'm gonna see if he can talk to his engineers, because Jeff doesn't think it's gonna be very much to do the electric or the electric and the heat bills are gonna be that much for this building, especially with the windows and the insulation and everything that's going in. I know, and double check on this, but the town office building, my recollection was that the heating bills and that were around $550 a month.
And is
So,
that, is
but
that the
we're-
same,
Well, it's not-
right now, it's the
yeah.
same system? Or,
Well, yeah.
Similar enough?
Yeah, it's heat pumps and
Based on-
it's got the fan coil boosters in it.
yeah,
and what
Yes.
size building is that though?
Well, it's 2,100 square feet, so it's, so I don't think the
Third.
bills are gonna be double. I think there may be maybe 1,000 a month, but that's also 36 months, 3 years of utilities.
Mm.
And you can always put it in down the line.
mm,
It also changes though that what we do for a emergency generator,
Yeah. So they kind of go.
kind of hand in hand, like they're
Yeah.
both part of
Yeah.
the same project.
because it
Yeah,
costs.
I mean, but
The-
for the, if you're doing both, you're gonna wanna get a 1,000-gallon tank on site, because the price of the propane is gonna be more. If you're just doing the generator, I've got one and I use like my propane bill is like $160 a year. And I've got 300 and I think a
But
300-gallon tank.
what I heard Greg, is that right?
Yeah.
Say was that if we left the system all electric, the booster function
Yeah,
was going to be done by electric, we would need an electric. The size of the generator that we would need
oh, yeah, it's
Make
also
that
gonna be,
much-
larger.
much, so
right.
the third, basically half, like it was 60,000 if. For the
Yeah,
generator,
that is the other part of it.
so we saved so then it's only 30,000, we just saved 30,000. And we could use that to.
Hmm.
Do the propane, but
Mhm.
I mean, like
I'm just,
Yeah,
I'm trying to give you some additional input, but
You
you're
do that, but that-
Yeah.
that was-
absolutely correct in what you said,
yeah, thank you.
and I forgot that part.
but as long as it's not something we're not, it wouldn't be covered by the grant, so we wouldn't need to reimburse, it would be separate money completely. And
Yeah,
it might
this-
be the case where, is
So,
this the person who would put that in theory, would be the person who doesn't bill for a year? Maybe we wouldn't have to pay the bill for a year. right?
Wait, oh, yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Well, I mean, the other part of that too is that
We have plenty of money
I
raising
mean-
money.
if you wanted, I could talk to him if you wanted to go ahead with it and say, look at, can we string this out for a little bit? I mean,
I'm
I,
disinclined to spend all of this 96,000
Mhm.
at this point
Right,
now.
like right now, yeah.
Like,
Well,
order the cabinets and
Uh,
then
Well,
kind of see,
but like-
because I mean, last month when you were here, you
That's
said
what I-
we had $11,000 left in our contingency and now we have 150. So if
Right,
we
it goes
keep
back.
going for
And there's another
however
6
much longer,
coming,
like,
so we're gonna end up being over 12.
I don't
Right,
think,
but,
yeah,
but aren't we,
well,
but the numbers you.
yeah, the numbers, the things that you've got the expenses in that you and I talked about and they're listed in here in your
So that's
column,
accounted
in your
for.
column
accounted
too.
for.
Okay, gotcha.
There's
So,
the change order is in there, change order
Yeah.
4 is pending, and then other outstanding costs, they're in the bottom of the front page.
Mhm.
Those are unless Nail and Breen came and said, oh, we just found out we have to spend another $20,000 to do something.
Mhm.
This 500,000 and then the 11 and the 24, that should be all we ever have to give Nail and Breen for them to finish the job.
but none of
So-
these things need to be bought now.
right, so.
Oh,
We
they-
could wait and see where we end up at the end.
Mhm.
Right,
So-
well,
To get that, to answer your question, and also to get back what I said earlier, I think the cabinets would be fine, but then I would stop at the cabinets.
I agree.
Okay, all right,
And-
good.
And then.
What about
so
the
that get- So they,
countertops?
Are you
Is that-
talking cabinets, countertops,
Just-
both? or
no,
cabinet?
just cabinets,
Just
'cause you gotta have the cabinets in to get the counter.
Right, okay,
Yeah,
I just wanna make
yeah.
sure we're not talking about it as a
No.
package,
No.
two
So,
separate.
but the other part, the only other countertops that had to be committed would be the $2,000 plus minus for the upstairs for the
that's in
checkout
there.
area.
Oh, that's already in there.
That's-
So this is just the downstairs kitchen countertops that we're
Yeah.
talking, okay.
Yeah,
So,
that's downstairs
so-
cabinet to downstairs. countertop.
so. Then that gives us a chance to look at where we are at the end of next month.
Mhm.
And see in case anything. I mean, with no contingency left, we gotta be prepared for, have some surplus for backup.
Mhm.
And I know that, I think there's still some money in there, but I asked Leo, I said, how do you feel about the numbers? And he said, I tried to be, because I know you guys are looking for money.
Yeah,
I tried to be as, true as I could with the numbers that I
Yeah.
put in this last bill, so. And some of it depends on, I mean, if they get done a week or two sooner and say they get done in 6 weeks and, and pick up some money there.
Mhm.
Just have to see. I mean, I just think it's prudent to just do what we're talking about. And then we can take next month, we can take another look and see where we're at. Maybe more money comes in.
Mhm.
So just to your, the one thing I want like clarity on is, I had been under the impression, and maybe we've already passed this place, is that while the building is still under construction, it's cheaper or easier if we were gonna do propane to get the building set for that.
Yeah, it is, but I mean, when they shut down, they're not gonna come back until next month. And
So
probably.
you're saying there's a window
Yeah,
there even?
Yeah, so there's a month and by that time, we're gonna have another bill.
Okay, because what I was hearing you say is
Yeah.
like, we could make this decision 6 months from now or a year from now. I mean, we could also do that, but
Well, yeah, if you went with the electric route. But I mean, the other thing too. And let me talk with Greg, because. I mean, there's access in there. If he pops up, right now it's easy because there's no ceiling in there. And the pipes are gonna go down through the soffits and there's a space like that between the top of the sheetrock and the ceiling, so it's easier access without the ceiling panels in there, but let me find out. From him, if that could push down the road a little bit more. And
Yeah.
Leo said they don't need to be around for, if he does that later.
Right. So if we, I mean, that might
But
give us
the
some
other-
time to get fundraising. Maybe we
Right.
start getting some fundraising happening. And
Well, and, I mean, I appreciate that 97 is what we have left, but we also have at least 12 or 16 weeks until Naylor and Breen is out the door. So like, we're holding $500,000 for them that we don't have to spend yet. So like, if we said we want to move, like, and yes, it's trusting that we will make
nothing
the
else
mon-
will happen.
nothing, yeah, nothing else will happen or nothing else will, or that, I mean, I think if we were planning to not have any fundraising happen from now going forward, then this is like, we absolutely can't go over this 97 because it's all we got. But
I understand what you're saying, but I'm gonna put two hats on here now. I mean, one is the financial responsibility hat,
Mhm.
and I have faith that you're gonna get money in, but the other part of that too is that there are taxpayers and stuff involved. So if this project, for whatever reason, you go ahead and commit to some stuff and then you wind up not having the money, I mean, you get egg on your face, and then I don't know if that's a great message to be
Well,
sending out.
right.
And
But- like
But-
committing to ask, I feel like I'm not getting anywhere with this, but like, you just had us commit to asphalt that we won't go in until the end. And so now we had to hold $20,000.
I'm not asking you to commit to that. Well, all I'm saying is that if I were going down through that list, I do the kitchen, I do the asphalt. And
List.
and then the heat, that would be how I prioritize that.
All
I mean,
right, good.
I think next month we'll see where we're at and see if maybe you want to cut loose, maybe you want to cut the appliances loose. Maybe you want to do the heat, maybe you'll have more money in.
Mm.
I think we're at a point where we gotta take it. I
Yeah.
mean, we've done a lot of stuff in a short period
Yeah.
of time, and some of the stuff we've basically committed on faith to Naylor and Breen because they've given estimates, but
Mhm.
some of the stuff's run over a little bit, and the only way they could do some of the stuff was with time and materials, and I think we've been treated extremely fairly by them,
Yeah.
and that in that point, but I don't need to tell you this, but I'm conservative, money wise.
So I never
And-
would have guessed.
I just wanted to make sure you all.
Listen,
Yeah,
Clark,
yeah.
much smaller couple.
I think if we buy the cabinets
Yeah.
now,
And then
we'll
talk-
have 55,000 almost in our pockets, so if anything happens with Naylor and Green and we go over in the next month, but next month we can reassess and say, okay, what's the second thing on the list?
Okay.
Because we're getting closer to the end now and we have
Right.
a little
Right.
more
And it will-
safety,
Right.
if we could buy the second thing, whatever that might be.
And if you can get from Greg, too many G's, what the story is on the heat now before it's all wrapped up versus doing it later on. Like, is it even possible? Does it not even make any sense if we can't do it
Yeah,
now?
I'll talk to
You
you
know,
and find out.
Because that would be important. And to your
Right.
point about the paving, it wouldn't happen until June, and that will give us more time with fundraising. So that would play a part in which thing goes
Mhm.
first. We do have Fidelity, which is also not included anywhere. We're sort of keeping that as like a
Totally.
backup rainy day sort of thing,
Mm.
which we maybe don't want to get into, but it is there. So
Well, and
it's something to think about. But again, another bill, some more information,
we'll see.
And-
I think we could go back to AB and get them.
get a
to break
solid
that-
number.
yeah.
Yeah, we could get
That would
that.
help us.
I know you talked a little bit about this, but the people that I gave you information
Yeah.
about, I would.
Yes, that's
I
coming
would-
later in the agenda. We're looking to get
I would
that
get in
out.
touch with them.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
we have materials that we're finalizing and then
And
we'll
that
do
will go
that.
out. Yeah.
But that's
So
top
that-
of the list.
So we have a plan of action here.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think we'll move forward with the cabinets. Only cabinets.
All right, I
Everybody on board. I move that we move forward with the cabinets because it won't be in the bubble. It's a separate expense, which is a number that you have there
Yes.
potentially.
Oh, and I should write a check before you leave so we can I'll send it to them.
Yes, a half.
Half,
a half.
a half.
And then will you just email George and?
Yes.
Tom?
I'm so excited. I've been ready to release those cabinets for a while.
So I move that we release the cabinets for the tune of whatever it says on that paper.
41,984.
41,984, and Glenn seconds, and all in favor. Yay, all passed. Okie doke. Peter, you're gonna tell whoever needs to be told. You'll tell Leo? Or that doesn't.
Yeah, I'll let Leo know.
You'll let
Yeah.
Leo know. Okay. All right. Anything else construction wise you can think of, or was that's also financials, but most of them.
No, I think we covered everything.
Okay. So on to the financial piece, which Kimberly already, this is basically it.
That is, yep.
All of it.
The other thing I just wanted to mention with this phase one, kind of our soft launch maybe of the.
Before you get there, I have
Sign
the
it.
check
Signing
warrant
warrant.
for the building,
Oh, yes.
that, this piece actually goes now with this one,
Oh, that's for,
but
okay.
it goes to this, but because it got signed.
Oh, the hearing whip in the kitchens.
It was a big one. And the one that can we talk about check warrants for a second, which is that if we're getting audited next year, the fact that we cut checks and then later sign the warrant has been how we do it because we only meet once a month, but I would suspect that
Might as well keep it.
the-
This one.
auditors aren't gonna love that.
Oh, okay.
So,
We should think about how we do it differently.
yeah, you might
Handle
wanna-
it differently.
yeah, I mean, it means that, halfway through the year we switched, but at least we thought it first.
Mhm.
But it would mean that I would not be able to write, like I couldn't pay Mailer and Green until, or you could make a motion that building things could get paid with one trustee signing on, or, the
Yes.
chair signing on.
Right,
or
I
something.
guess, I don't
Well,
know,
that's
does it
the
make
reason-
sense to change it in the middle
Cause we're
based on
gonna
a assumption of future?
get, no,
I feel like when we last had the auditors here, we didn't do it at all.
right, so we got to this.
So I think this time, let's give them an opportunity to give us feedback on the system we implemented after their last feedback, is my kind of my thinking.
All right, I just needed to say it. Thank you, everyone.
And it's less confusing for them and for us. Like, I just feel like changing in the middle might make more work, especially for the grant piece. I don't
Yeah,
know.
the project
Yeah, yeah,
bookkeeper.
yeah.
I
Okay.
have one other thing.
Oh, yes.
It's not on the agenda
Okay,
and it's not.
in the bubble? No, neither place.
So at the last meeting, we talked about how the town fathers have decided to
Yes,
keep the building here,
yes.
which I got a big problem with that because I think, morally and ethically, I think it's the wrong thing to do,
Mm.
but when the town received the building for $1,
Mm,
the town never put any money into this building.
I know.
There were private people, my family was among the private people. That pumped about $22,000 to $25,000
Mhm.
to get the building from what it was
So what it
to
is.
partly where it is now.
I was just,
And-
and I maybe this helps. I was thinking that once after town meeting and there's everybody's new seats up there, it would be something that we would circle back to.
Yeah. Well, I'm bringing this up, and
Yeah.
I didn't know if you know that, and I actually did some work on the
Mhm.
building here on a volunteer basis, 'cause I did painting. I put the first coat of paint on that it had in years.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
did some other stuff, but, John Groves, who was Kathy Bernhardt's uncle,
Yeah.
he did a lot of the carpentry and
Mhm.
a lot of the other work here, but
Yeah.
there was, the town basically, other than what they've given in their yearly allocation,
Right.
has put no money in
Right.
to this building. You've maintained it, you've
Mhm.
done all the upgrades that you've put in,
Yeah.
and that part of me, that I think that you should have the right
Yeah.
to sell this building.
Yeah.
And I think
I agree.
they're wrong, and maybe and I'm not sure a lot of people in town know about what they've decided.
Right.
to-
It's
to
it's
do.
definitely something I want to have
And
a bigger conversation about and sort of present a case. You know, like in that moment, I didn't expect it would be an issue. You know, I did not anticipate that.
What,
So in the moment, I was like, oh,
so, I mean, if we put together all of the, expense that we've done for this building from the time that we've had it, how much this building costs the library that we paid for,
right.
is that, and how
Yeah,
long
yeah.
have we had it? How long have we had the building?
75.
75, so 25, so 50 years. I mean, that's $1 million right there that we have not asked the town to do anything with
Well,
for
that-
this building.
it's not really $1 million, so I don't think, because I mean, not all of the money that you've received from the town on your yearly allocation's been for maintenance. But
Right.
but it's still a considerable, it's
Right. I
still a
mean,
considerable
there's
chunk.
some that most of the money
And
from the
it-
allotment goes to, well, now goes to salaries. There's until recently, there wasn't even anything for maintenance. You know, past years, that might not have been the case, but I suspect.
But,
probably
I mean,
was.
so, I mean, say, say it was, say you've got 50 years and on an average, if you pump, say, $3,000
Right.
in, that's $150,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus on top of the money that the townspeople
Right.
donated.
Yeah.
Well, and we certainly, I mean, it was grant money, but we certainly raised our own funds.
But
to-
the other part of that too is if you were allowed to sell the building.
That would make the other picture look a lot different.
Yeah, and I think that,
Yeah.
Originally, I think that's what the plan was, you counted on being able to have.
Yeah.
You didn't know what the number was, but
But
you
we
put in
anticipated there would be something that we
Yeah.
might be able to put towards that, or seed money for, whatever it was that would go for the library. So,
That would eclipse a lot of what I just showed you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, as I said, in that moment, it was,
Well,
a surprise.
I know.
and I didn't have a case, ready to present, but it is something I definitely, once they have their new folks, because I didn't think it made sense to talk for 2 meetings and then have new people come and
Yeah.
then we have to start all over. So,
And then it just get pushed off anyway.
and then it
so-
would just get pushed off anyway. So I think,
But I didn't know if you had the piece of information about community input in the beginning.
yes, I know, I knew some of that, but not the whole thing. But yeah, I think that's an excellent point. Like, this is how it was intended.
Yeah.
And, I think it was just a knee jerk, like, well, let's not sell anything just yet until we know.
Well, I think there might be another agenda there too.
Oh,
but-
yeah.
but
They're
the town garage, which I think I
Yeah.
think that's also an insult
Yeah.
to the neighbors. And
I don't think it's I don't think it's a plan that makes any sense at all. You don't get farther down that road more than
I
like
don't
2
even
steps.
think it makes
before-
sense to park town equipment here.
Yeah.
I mean,
None of
like you
it.
said, you're gonna get one truck and
Yeah.
then they'll probably wind up
Yeah.
taking the porch out and part of the barn next door.
Yeah,
I think-
and I think even if in a world where they could get other property, even still, if they could get it, it doesn't make any sense on any front. Anyway, it's something we're gonna go back to them.
After there's a new board,
We're gonna go back to them.
put it back on the agenda.
Yeah.
Don't let it
Yeah, it's
rest.
not gonna, we're gonna circle back to that for sure.
So I'm gonna depart if nobody's got any further questions.
Okay.
Thanks, Peter.
Sounds good, thank you.
Go back to your warm bubble.
Go back to your little bubble.
Throw some wood in the furnace.
Yeah.
We should just get a wood burning furnace, especially put wood in. Anyway, okay, no. Now, I think we talked about this last time that we were gonna put together a package and people would write letters to people they know and say, here's a project I'm
Why are you
super
looking at me?
excited about. Because you called me, yeah? And now
Because you-
I already wrote my letters.
we're back on that.
You- you-
I already wrote your letter, exactly. So that
This is
is what we're thinking.
the
Here are
current
the
sample. This
samples
is
of
what will
things.
go out.
Can I see one?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it's still a draft. And it will have a little reply card in it, with a little envelope, all printed either with like printed or to see if Staples can make it nice enough. And I have a small committee who's helping with language and style, so it looks different than it did last time.
Mhm. Yes, I remember. I looked at the last time and now this is different, I noticed. Oh yeah, I saw. I always got the back.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
so this will be our soft launch to some.
Is that the new logo?
That's the new logo.
Yeah.
It's. Yeah,
Good night, have a nice weekend.
Good night, Peter.
Just when you visit, just be careful on the stairs. There's no railings and,
Yeah.
Got it. Thank you.
and there probably won't be any lights on either.
That's okay.
Oh, okay.
There's lights on right now
I was gonna say,
Yeah,
there's
did
like,
you-
there were.
and no one's there.
Yeah.
I parked there because of my big truck, so.
Oh, I was wondering.
It's just.
I have a key. I could go in. Where's the light switch?
You got it. You
It's
got a
all the way
you got a
upstairs.
flashlight?
On my phone, yeah.
Yeah, you go upstairs and right by the stairway up to the mezzanine.
Yep.
There's a plug mounted in one of the window
Yep.
that's right there. I think you just have to pull the plug.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
We had one of our Peace Corps friends came last fall and helped with the demo.
oh, is he going back?
Yeah.
He's coming back for a visit, and I thought I'd just show off.
Oh,
Show off
great.
our progress. He's
Yeah,
very excited to come to the opening as well, but I thought, well, we're sort of, and I thought I'd just,
Yeah.
on our way by to breakfast, I thought I'd
That's
hop
awesome.
in and show it.
Yeah. I think
Where
that's
we're,
a great-
where we're at. So since he had a,
Little hand in it.
literal hand in it,
Yeah.
no problem putting our own friends to work.
And
Yes.
the thing
This
is,
looks great.
It's almost like a book,
Mm.
but it also means that when you fold it, it doesn't matter that you hit it wrong. Because the color doesn't end right at the
That's smart.
thing, and that's what this inside thing also does. Although this is our actual
Blueprint,
blueprint,
looks like. That's cool.
I thought the blueprint was cool. I thought
Yeah,
that was a neat
I like
addition.
that.
and it's our little bookmark go in there too.
Mhm.
Good
So is that what we'll be sending with our personal letters?
Yeah.
This thing and the response card
Yeah.
with an envelope.
Right, this will be on cardstock, so nice and thick
Okay,
and,
thick. Okay,
and
gotcha.
sort of, I don't know about glossy, but nice and thick, and
Mhm.
I think I was saying, I don't know whether, I would assume it's quicker and cheaper to do it at Staples if they do it on cardstock and we
Yeah.
fold them. Or if we did it with a printer, it would go out all the way to the edge and look just a little spiffier.
Small you look in this picture.
Um,
They're so
He's
much taller
standing-
than everyone else.
Standing as a little man.
Standing up during, it's like, I'm gonna get tall.
I'm also from.
Mm,
yeah, so
I
this.
think I am taller than everybody. Except
Yeah.
Nina.
significantly.
Except Nina.
With the envelope.
Oh, she
So-
was the back.
It's
so
he's
that-
still taller than
okay,
everybody.
A half piece of paper for like a handout, but it could also be
Oh,
what
yeah.
you did.
Okay,
But something. Like for all of us, it would be, like, my brother is getting one of these and it will
with
have a,
just a hand note.
yeah, it'll have a, yeah, I'm hoping that this mostly does the talking,
Yeah,
and then I do the, oh, you love me. Send me your
send me
money.
money. No,
Your child does not need to inherit all of that.
yes,
Something to that effect.
something that's very.
Sorry.
heartfelt, something
No,
heartfelt.
listen, that was to my brother, not to anybody else.
Okay.
Anyway, I don't know, like, that's what it will look like.
That's good.
Yeah, and my crew hasn't seen this yet, but I wanted you all to see it and see what you thought.
Great.
I like it.
I do too.
You too.
Proceed.
Yes, so we're finalizing. Or she's doing a little bit more here. We have something we can go with.
This is
feel
what
like
we're going
We're
with.
gonna
I
go.
think the level of finalizing has to do with, how the printer will read the colors or,
Something
it's-
very specific,
technical.
very tech.
Yes, but this is the look, if we're okay with the color, background, like blue,
Okay, yeah.
kind of looks like the blue of the wall.
Say, that's what I'm thinking, like,
Well, she saw the blue of the wall.
that's where it hit her brain, that's where it came from.
Yeah, I don't, I think it's fine.
Great.
I've seen.
And you're good with it?
He approves.
I didn't know that our faces were gonna become
I just,
part of your,
that only happened last night.
oh, that's nice to put a face to
I
a
think
project.
Faces are good, and you can't really see those people very clear.
And I like it because it has the church in the, I mean, it has the building in the background, which,
Yeah, like here's the, and it's
Yeah.
old, and this is how far we got.
yeah.
And I was trying to, I want some of the words to change. Um, but it's close, but I really wanted to like build enthusiasm, like,
Mhm.
we get to summer.
Yes, exciting. Alrighty. All right, so the other thing on the facilities front is about this building is our furnace situation. Do we wanna, I guess, have Glenn take a look before we leave, and then if nothing happens after that, then we can ask, Richard if he wants to come.
Okay.
You can call him up on your speed dial.
Yep.
See what
Happy
he
to do it.
thinks.
Yep.
Okay, sounds good. I don't think we have, everything was in your report. We worked out the grant reporting, as far as the grant admin piece, like we've got, it's all in the report.
Yes, it's in the report.
Things are going, we're working,
Yeah.
figured
but
out the grant admin stuff.
We are, it's a not, it's not easy.
Yes.
And we have to go a couple more rounds to make sure that it's working, but
Mhm. Well, hopefully.
it's so much better.
But we got December or November's
We got
reimbursement.
November's, we're waiting for December. We'll need to get January's, and he needs to give me something before I can submit January.
Okay,
If we're gonna pay that 300.
the last one. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I
Sounds
mean, we
good.
will pay it, but it'll
Um,
not an if.
all right, on to old business. So we have our thing on the ballot item for the 10,000. Do we want to do messaging to like on Front Porch Forum, or just like a here, please vote for it kind of a thing, a follow up to town meeting messaging? I
Considering,
think that would be smart, wise.
I think so, but if the board, think you asking me?
Yes, there's, I mean, Front Porch Forum is really the only
Yes.
spot. I mean, I guess we could write something up and leave a stack of them at the store, I
Yeah, I wouldn't
suppose, but
bother.
I don't think that makes any
No,
sense.
Just, I would put it on Front Porch, if it could be a paragraph that really short and sweet of what you said,
Hmm.
and
And then we'll just put it out and then
Yeah.
hope for the best.
right.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right. Then what else? Drive-by pie planning.
I
What?
meant to look, I put it back out on Front Porch Forum yesterday, which seems to be where we're getting most of our people. But so we've been promoting mostly digitally, and before I put it out, we had sold about 20 pies, and we had 32 pies signed up to bake, or we're
Okay.
10 people who are willing to bake
Okay.
up to that. So hopefully we get a lot more than 20 pies, and then we'll get some more bakers. Alita and I are doing that with Haley's help on social media. We'll just need, and we've bought pie tins with plastic lids so that people will come get those when they are ready, and then, but we have to finish selling by the 5th, which is like next Thursday. And I don't know how, other than to do a couple more pushes.
Mm.
Joe put it on the Fairhaven Town Facebook page yesterday.
Yeah.
I don't know if that helped at all, but
I'm sure it does.
sure.
I could, I was gonna look and see if I could see the pies on here. But I'm not very quick. I'm talking. Yeah, so we just need some people to work pie
That day.
that day.
Yes. How
but-
many? What do we need? A handful? 5 or 6?
Yeah, I guess it depends on how many pies we get.
Mhm.
I suppose.
But we need at least 2 or 3.
Okay.
But you probably get a Lita.
I'm available.
Yes.
I put it in my calendar so I can help.
I don't know.
I can, yeah.
The last time, the biggest problem with the boxes. Are we doing boxes?
No,
Okay.
it's why
I
we
need
got the
40
lid.
people to put together those stupid boxes.
Yeah, that's why we got the pie things with the lids,
Yes.
because now the baker's responsible for delivering it in a
In a-
sealed
in a
way.
sealed way. Okay.
And then we'll put a label on it, and we'll make sure that the right people are getting the right pies, and then we'll be cheery for an hour.
Does
and
that
then
mean we
we'll-
can't do meringues, pies?
It would make meringues a little difficult, probably. I haven't, the box came in UPS, but I haven't.
How tall are they?
Yeah.
No, they're put well in my car.
Alrighty. So
So
for now, we'll keep up on email. Like we got
Yeah.
people available and we'll keep connected. And I didn't volunteer to make pies, but I can if needed.
Yeah, so
So-
I'm gonna go back out. I'm gonna do another push for selling and then go back out for bakers, and I don't wanna have too many people on tap because,
If we don't need them, yeah.
yeah, I mean, a number of them won't bake anyway, or.
Yeah.
At least in the past, that's
Mhm.
true. But uh,
I'm assuming you've asked Jeannie.
she's gotten the email, but,
She hasn't seen the email yet.
No.
She will respond.
but I will I was gonna send another push to my best pie bakers, which include Jimmy. But, and again, it's like all you're saying is, yes, I will bake if you need me. It's not even necessary. You won't know until the
Final count of orders is in.
Yeah.
end, and then you'll have a week to like.
To
plan
manage it, yeah.
Yeah, to manage it, get your ingredients.
But nobody's gonna have to bake like 20 pies, like it's not gonna be like that.
A one person, yeah, no.
One person bake like a couple.
People have offered from zero, well, I offered zero. If you need me, I'll do more,
I have
is what I
to.
said.
I'll do more than my zero.
But I
can
was
do
I
25.
was testing the form, so there is a zero in there. But like 1 to 4 is what most people have done. One person went, so we can do 30, but that's,
Jeannie's usually done 10.
yeah.
She's
But-
amazing, right?
Wow.
Like,
Right.
woo.
But we won't hit her for 10.
That's
We might hit her for a couple.
Respect.
She is amazing with her pies.
She made the best apple pie. She doesn't love apple pie. And she made an apple pie. And the crust was great. The filling was great. It was one of the best pies. Before that, she had made this really ugly, huge, tall, ugly pie. But this last pie was like, everything was perfect.
Sometimes you get perfect. When should I put out this post for Front Porch Forum? If I post it on Friday and it comes out like over the weekend, is that too soon? Or should it come closer to? Doesn't matter.
No, but closest to.
Or-
The other choice
The
is Monday.
That's
People
true.
vote on
Right.
Tuesday. You
Okay.
might as well go out as soon as
Okay,
you're ready.
all right.
And if you wanna, there's your wordsmith or your word.
I will send something to you, ladies, so that we can.
Not a wordsmith.
Happy to proofread.
You're good at it.
Okay. All right, then on to new business, our moving plan, which is to move the books. So we were talking and thinking like we might shoot like pick a date like beginning of August after the summer program is wrapped up here, and Nail and Marine is done, and we've figured out all the kinks of the new building and everything, and we're feeling really good.
And
And
the
then we
furniture we ordered finally arrived.
yeah, all the furniture we've ordered has finally arrived, and all the signs are up and whatnot. And then maybe the first week in August we plan a big. That'll be like our week to move. We'll close down, and then we'll plan a day for doing our moving books, person to person, and make it a big to do, and invite the M&T Bank Foundation with their M&T Bank T-shirts, or Ben and Jerry's and their ice cream, or whoever we can get to come and make it a big thing, and we'll move the books
Yeah, and if we,
on that day, not the whole week.
no,
Camping out, no.
no, but it seems like there should be about a week when we're not trying to serve patrons while we're.
I think we
moving.
should close the library for a week.
Yeah,
Cause you're gonna have to just close,
Yeah.
move as much as you can in 1 or 2 days, and then
Yeah.
you're gonna have to spend
Do the rest, yeah,
organizing.
exactly.
So I think
right.
you're gonna need at least a week
Yeah.
total.
Yeah.
So just close for a week.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we'll make it work.
Yeah, that's what I think. But I do want to have like a big
Day.
day of
Oh, yeah.
get the community out to help.
Oh, yeah.
Move it.
That'd be
Bring
awesome.
all the volunteers.
So we'll flesh out that plan as we know more, but that's
Yeah.
kind of what we were thinking, and folks were thinking that was also a good idea.
So early
August.
August, hopefully.
Sounds good.
Then signage for the new building, which was also sort of in your report, right? It was somewhere, I read it.
Well, yeah.
Is that what you meant? You meant this means something different. We mean the outside door sign,
I want to ask about the outside.
outside sign.
So
What should we do?
right now we have a sign that has the hours on it. I would not recommend it. But I would like to have a street sign, the way that we have something and then a hanging down sign. And one idea is to just make a board that has the logo, right
Mhm.
side up logo on it,
Mhm.
hanging from. And then on the building, what I realized is I've been enamored of the Middletown spring signs on the big ones up on the. That are more expensive up on the town. this, but they also right above the door or on the, whatever the. When you walk into the town hall, it says town office and just like vinyl leather, you can stuck to the thing that's under, it's under the eaves,
Mhm,
but you can see it from the road, you know, it's this size.
mhm.
And so if we had the big sign out front. And then it would just say library, and on the back side it would say community hall or community.
It's nice.
Mhm.
Mm.
Does that
Good,
sound
good vision.
that,
Do it.
and I think
I like
not
it.
that expensive,
Mhm.
especially to just have the hanging. And then inside we'll need, oh, on the inside I want the vinyl letters too, where it says office and conference room and.
Mhm.
Like they have, cause if Patty gets it, I get it.
You want vinyl ones?
Well-
You want slate ones?
No,
Joe's
like,
been putting these cool slate signs
Oh.
up in Town Hall in Fairhaven, and it's just like a slate sign that hangs on like a black
oh,
iron thing, and
Yeah.
he has had it etched in with accountant or
Oh,
town
that's
manager
fun.
or police. They're super cool.
yeah,
They're a little old timey though.
yeah.
So I don't know.
Well, and I think what would be, like, our doors match their doors and they have, it's sort of like, you know, on the detective show where it said, you know, like,
Mhm.
or room 305, you know, where they, on the glass, they would have,
Mhm.
you know what we're talking about? Anyway, that's what we're doing.
Oh, I see. Yes.
On the inside,
Mhm. Yes.
did you follow?
I followed sort
Is
of
that in the-
vaguely.
Yeah, I could tell.
I think we can make that work.
Yeah, I think it's a affordable. There
Yeah.
you go. But I particularly the out front sign. I wanted
Who
to say it
does
out loud.
out front signs?
What?
like that? Who does out front signs?
I think
like
you
that?
go to, well, that was one of, I was gonna find out from Peter who did the ones up on the corner. I mean, Barbie Carr used to do them, but there's a place in Manchester that's a sign
Mhm.
company, and I was gonna see, get some recommendations and go
Mhm.
have somebody, I mean, you sort of, you would send them the digital
Right.
copy
then
and they
do
would
that
make
for-
it appear on the sign.
Awesome graphics.
I was just gonna say,
Yeah,
are they,
Joe,
do they
Joe
do
uses them for a lot of stuff.
They do
Awards
that.
and said check. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I don't know what
Like a-
media they use to put their stuff on,
Oh,
but you
right.
can give them a logo
Right.
because he puts the
Right.
Fairhaven logo on all kinds of crap in it.
Right.
Signs and awards and whatever. So I mean, it's
Yeah.
worth a look.
yeah.
Hmm.
That's interesting. I was thinking, like a sign shop, but
Yeah, if there's one.
right?
there,
Right.
yeah, there definitely is one in Manchester, but, or there used to be, but.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So do we have to make, no, it's just something else to put on our list of things we need to
List
pay
of
for.
things for later.
It's on there.
Oh, you already put it, that's it, signage, great.
Yes.
Okay, we signed the board, there's nothing else on the agenda unless there's other things that have come up.
Well, that wasn't so bad.
I know.
That's the quickest one we had in a while.
I
Actually.
know, I was like, whew, let's take off.
All right.
March 25th next meeting.
March
okay?
25th,
Okay, so,
today's the 25th, yes.
yeah,
That's okay for folks, March 25th?
yeah.
No. What's
That's
good
good.
that you can think of?
All
All right,
all right,
so we
so-
will adjourn at whatever it
You have
is.
to vote to.
Oh, I move that we adjourn the meeting.
I'll second that.
3 seconds, all in favor?
Yay.
All right, adjourn 8:01.
And just
ish,
pull that
8:02.
down. Just pull.